Hello, my name is Corey Carreri, and this is the progress report video for the week of October 29th, 2023 for the Reseller Web Extension project. So not too many changes have been made this week. One of the main goals that I wanted to accomplish was getting all of these links in the extension working, and all of them are functional and working for eBay, Etsy, and Mercari. As explained last week, the issue with Etsy was that you actually had to create a shop to actually have access to these links. So I had to take the time to do that and gather the appropriate links for all of these. So if I go to an Etsy link now, it's going to take me to my shop, which is here, and it'll show the statistics. So this is what it would look like for somebody, obviously with more information, but that's what it would look like. So I do have that information in there. So the next steps that are left at this point is completing the cross compatibility testing, which is honestly a lot simpler than I thought it was going to be. It's really just installing, at least for Firefox, it's installing an extension to get extensions from Chrome. And then for Edge, you can actually do it, I believe, from the actual Chrome Web Store link in Edge, which is pretty nice. So once I have that set up and make sure that the extension is working and looks fine in those two places as well, now that the extension is complete, the only other part is providing and creating the documentation for the user and then having someone test it. So the documentation, like I've said before, it will probably be below this, and it'll say like eBay documentation, Etsy documentation, Mercari documentation, and provide a link to a document. And in those documents, I just want to have basic information about the platform, like what it's going to look like, how it differs from the other ones, and specific tips and tricks. So for example, for Etsy, some of the links actually use the direct store name in the link, and obviously I can't include that because my store name is obviously going to differ from everybody else's store name. So some of the links had to be modified, and that will have to be included in the documentation. Somebody will try to go to the link and be like, this isn't working, and either a note needs to be added. Well, it will definitely be added to the documentation, but something definitely has to be added to do that. Also included with the documentation, I want to include using the extension on Chrome, using the extension on Firefox, using the extension on Edge, and doing that. So the immediate next steps, to reiterate, include uploading this extension to the Chrome Web Store, and then implementing, documenting the steps that it takes to get those to show up on both Firefox and Edge, and then creating the documentation for those three items, and then also creating the documentation for basically the use of eBay, Etsy, and Mercari links here. After that, like I said, all that's needed is just user testing and just making sure, user feedback, making sure everything's good, and then this should be complete. So a lot of it is really wrapping up at this point. I know the progress is coming, full steam ahead, and it is, our project will end soon. So I feel like we're right on track and right where we need to be. Thanks.